Christmas time, so December time, mom's planning to, go visit Nigeria and stuff.
Yeah.
And in a way, I feel bad, like, because you remember how you mentioned, like, obviously you have to knock on with your business. Sometimes you're gonna miss out on certain things. Kind of going for my cousin's wedding, but I did tell my mom earlier, I was like, that we're 50-50 about it. What would you think? Like, in my position, what would you do? Like, because I'm still trying to, grow the business. And, like, I feel like I'm at the stage where, the clients are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I said, like, if I was to go to Nigeria, again, I don't know regarding the Wi Fi, how good it would be, or even time I would get and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What would
The mental model I always run through in my mind is if there was zero social consequences, what would I genuinely do? Because you're probably not scared of like missing the wedding. Oftentimes you're scared what people would see you as or how people would look at you if you were known as the guy that missed the wedding. Would that be fair to say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So something I like to do is I will just tell myself like if there were no social consequences, what would I authentically want to do? Now sometimes I genuinely do want to go just for the sake of going. And I'm okay with sacrificing some other things in the business in order for that to happen. Other times, if other than the fact that people are going to see me as a bit weird, like truthfully, I actually don't want to go. You know what I mean?
It's just because, like, I've not been to Nigeria since 2018, and it's been a long time, man.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Yeah.
But, it's like, it's either, obviously, I can do that, but then I can go back home, when I get back home, instead, like, oh, what are you doing with your life, etc. So it's like, use this time to also try and lock in. And then obviously, I, be able to get enough money to maybe even visit Nigeria. Like, my mindset said, be able to get enough money to, like, go and visit if I need to.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
When the tickets aren't so high and stuff.
Yeah, I've got a decision-making framework around this, and I actually had to make the exact same decision around going to someone's wedding. I can show you if you'd like.
Yeah.
For sure. So, this is my decision-making framework that I go through. It's a few questions. First of all, I ask myself, well, first I write what the actual decision is. It's very easy to get overwhelmed if we don't even know what we're asking ourselves. So it'll usually be posed as a question. For example, should I buy a MacBook? Should I buy a car? Should I change the pricing model of the layer? Should I go to today's wedding? Like you always have to write what the decision is in text, because otherwise the emotions get in the way. Then I'll ask myself, what's the leverage ranking for this task? Meaning, what's the impact to like time ratio? So something that's easy to implement and it has a high positive impact, that's the highest leverage thing we can do. If something's like difficult...
How do you judge it off the numbers?
Yeah, I got you. So we just ask ourselves, is this easy or hard? And is this high impact or low impact?
Yeah.
For example, let's say for me the question is, should I buy a new mic? Right?
Yeah.
What's the leverage ranking for this task? High ease or low ease? So this is going to be completely on your financial situation. So is this like easy or hard for me to make this decision? Okay, so let's say, like this isn't the case, but imagine finances are tough, me buying a mic, it's like, let's say it's a $500 mic, and I'm like, I have $2,000 in my account, hey, it's actually kind of low ease. So it's going to be either 2 or 4. Now, high impact or low impact? Well, I have a decent mic. Realistically, I just use it to F around with my boys on Discord. It's a low impact. It's low impact. So not only is it low ease, it's low impact. It's the lowest leverage thing we can do.
Yeah.
So that means you probably shouldn't do it. If something's a 1, you should basically always do it. If something's a 4, you should never do it. If something's a 2 or a 3, then you go on to the next questions. But even if, no matter what answer I get, I would always move on to the next questions. But the reason we understand the leverage ranking is because you'll realize most decisions aren't worth making.
Yeah.
Next, I ask myself, where did this thought originate from? The reason I do that is because when you say it how it is, it oftentimes seems really silly. For example, I wanted to buy a MacBook, and this is a while back, And deep down, I knew the only reason I wanted to buy that MacBook is because I saw other entrepreneurs that I looked up to get it.
Yeah.
And when you put it like that, you're like, okay, fair enough. Like, it's kind of a silly decision to make.
I get you.
Then, what is the dream result? So, best case scenario, what is happening? I have a mic that looks cool on camera. So, imagine the thought originating was like, oh, I saw all these podcasters have this mic and I wanted to look cool. And it doesn't sound as sexy when you put it like that. The dream result is I look cool on camera when I'm on Discord calls with my friends. What's the alternative option to achieve the same result? So what are like cheaper or easier ways to do it? What if I just clean my background? Because a new mic isn't going to make me look as good if my background's cooked. What if I got a green screen?
Yeah.
So now suddenly I'm getting the same effect of looking cool on Discord, but it cost me $10 to get a green screen and set it up, whatever. Then what would your 85-year-old self tell you to do? This is oftentimes nice because we can feel so worked up in our current situation. It's nice to imagine you're on your deathbed, you're giving advice to your younger self, because you would have only the purest intentions for yourself, and then give advice from that perspective. And then once you answer those questions, typically you'll know what decision to make. For example, this is just for me personally, you may go through this and it be completely different. I had a question of like, hey, should I go to today's wedding? So literally, it was like 5 minutes before, I had to either leave now or stay home because my parents were about to leave. And I just felt so overwhelmed because I had client work. I had one of the biggest potential clients I've ever had. And I had my cousin's wedding. So I was just so overwhelmed. First, I wanted to just write context down. Like, what's the decision I'm making? Okay, there's a wedding in London. And I have to leave now in about 5 minutes because the wedding's at 10. It takes us 25 minutes to get there, and it's 9:30.
Yeah.
So, and the context that's causing the issue is like, hey, I have work to do. So, Mr. Who's the Boss video, Sony's video,
Yeah.
and I've got to get my video out by 7 p.m.
Okay.
So, what are the reasons that I should go and shouldn't go? So, first of all, I want to see my cousin, like my social interaction, etc. And truthfully, I'm scared of being labelled as someone who didn't go. I'm scared, like, years later, they'd be like, oh my god, I can't believe you didn't go, whatever. What's the worst case scenario? So oftentimes we catastrophize in our minds. So being able to just lay out, like, what's the worst case scenario here? Okay, worst case scenario, I don't get the Mr. Who's the Boss job. And I let hundreds of video editors down and I lose my reputation because this video was an important one that a lot of people were excited for. No idea why I repeated the question, but I must have been that overwhelmed. So then, for me, like, having more clarity around what's happening just lets me think more objectively and less emotionally. So I like to just state the facts and just write down, like, what's objectively happening here. So what are the tasks that I actually need to complete? Okay, I need to finish Mr. Who's the Boss video. I need to finish Sonic's video. I need to get the revisions sent to my editor for my video. I need to send my thumbnail designer the revisions. I need to upload the video and do all the SEO stuff, like the title, tags, etc. Okay, when you type it out like this, it's not as crazy. Still a lot, but not as crazy. So what's the dream result? Okay, I get my work done and I can go to the wedding. So at first principles, if I can do that, I'm a happy man. So what are the alternatives that I can do other than just not going or going that can achieve this while getting both things done? So, okay, what if I worked in a car and even at the wedding, maybe I show face for like a couple of minutes, but then I just go to the side in some side room and just work on my iPad and my laptop.
Yeah.
And this was the big question for me. What would your 85-year-old self tell you to do? It's like, you know what? Why are you thinking... I imagine myself like going up to myself, like dying on the bed, and he's like some wise old man giving me advice. It's like, dude, it's not either or. You can just like go to the wedding for a bit and just work on the side. Like, just go, even if it's a couple hours, then you just do some work and come back home and work there and back. You can still get it done. Like, what you do, like, going to the wedding doesn't mean you have to spend the whole day. So the decision I made after that was go to the wedding. Now, I was still scared I was going to mess the jobs up, like the work up. So then I started writing out implementation. Like, okay, what would it look like? So while I'm going to the wedding, I'm going to give my editor the revisions. And in order to make sure Wi-Fi is not a problem, I'm going to download the video now.
Yeah.
And because I know I'm not going to have good internet, I'm going to have to do this. And because I know I'm not going to have good internet, I'm going to do this. Now when it comes to the videos, I know I'm going to do X, Y, Z. The reason that says leave PC on, ensure phone has enough data, is because I was using this thing called Remote Chrome Desktop or Chrome Remote Desktop to essentially be able to edit on Premiere Pro on my iPad. So I had to leave my PC and I had to make sure my phone had enough data so that I can actually just edit from the wedding. So I did that. I got all my work done. I also got to go to the wedding. It was a great decision. The decision you make, truthfully, I can't make for you because only you will have all the context you need to make that decision.
Yeah, I mean, if you can send me the what's it called, Notion,
For sure.
that'll be good. I have something
just
similar.
screenshot
Pardon?
this. Just screenshot this.
Yeah, sorry, I've got like a little pin in the middle. I don't know if that's what you.
Pin, what do you mean?
Hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. I've got to screenshot it again without my mouse hovering above.
You're good, man. I mean, you're gonna copy and paste it over somewhere else anyways.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. It's just because, like, with this one's like, isn't, oh, let's go to this spot. It's more like, I've got to kind of get the visa and everything now, get it done now, get the tickets and all that stuff. So, I mean, I just need to ask myself, and then, again, don't get me wrong, I can work, like, whilst I'm in Nigeria, like, it's edited in Nigeria, but the last thing I want to do is, like, have some work I need to do, and then like the internet's not the best and all that kind of jazz. And then on top of that, making the family, even again, you know this being Asian yourself, making the family understand I am doing work. Like you've seen on calls when it's like I'm sat there doing work, it's like I have to repeat myself 60 million times unless they see like £1 million coming out of me. We're taking on this serious.
Yeah, I mean, what I would say is good decisions, they don't take time, they take information. So you can spend between now and when you need to actually take action, you can spend all that time thinking about it, stressing about it, etc. Or you could sit down today and just make that decision. So there's no such thing as like, hey, I need time to think about it because you need more information. So sit down, go through the decision-making framework, and then just make a decision now for what you're going to do. Either go or not. If you're a freelance video editor and you want to get more clients, I've got something for you. It's a completely free outreach tracker. It's the same one we use with all our coaching students, and it's going to allow you to be able to send more messages to potential clients, get more replies, and also be able to close them at higher rates. So go get that free tracker in the description. After you signed up for it, I'm going to send it straight to your email. I'm going to give you a bit more information on how I personally help video editors. So if you do want to get more help, you can apply there. But whether you get my further help or not, just go and get the free tracker for now, because at least you're going to be able to run this on your own for a while.